Yeah, I also just think at the moment with what T1 have drafted here, they just have a great response to Gen.G, right? Like, when you look at the dive potential that you have for the Gwen, the Rakan, and then the Wukong, your Poppy gets so much value here. Now the Tam Kench added to try and keep the Jinx safe. I think as long as Gumayusi gets out of the laning phase unscathed, he should be in a relatively good spot to just have so much protection in these fights.
And Gen.G has a lot of comfort, and I think if they can keep the game messy, if they can find an early lead and run with it, they have a really good shot. But if this devolves into just straight up 5v5, one team smashing into the other, it's not going to happen, right? With just Poppy and Sion, it would be hard, but you have Keria on Kench as well.
Yeah.
Really tough ask.
And I think a huge amount of this relies on Peanut and Chovy, like trying to play through that strong mid jungle, see if they can get onto Faker in the early stages, and then lean that aggression into bot lane, especially when you hit level 6 with the Rakan, like that dive potential in those early stages where you can even charm up both the Tam Kench and the Jinx.
I don't think Gen.G should be surprised. Of course, they already picked that Gwen. It's now we're going to go for the grand entrance. They're looking for Gumayusi, who already has to flash. Keria now running for his life, but there are 3 men after him. He has to use his flash as well, and already Gen.G off to a great start.
And as we mentioned, the Sion strats should not come as a surprise. And Doran says, guess what?
This dive happened.
Yeah, Doran's still here, so
standing guard.
Top lane does not exist anymore. It's just in the bottom lane now. There's a mini one. It's a small little lane towards this brush, as we can see. Q comes through here as Owner is just clearing out that Krug camp. Gumayusi does get that shove towards this turret, and let's see whether it's going to work out. 4 versus 3 for T1. Zeus going to try and pick up turret aggro. Delight going to knock him up into the air, and it is going to be first blood going over to Pays. A 1-for-1 so far, and now Zeus' zombie mode is almost going to take down the Aphelios. He does fall, and that is a kill for Gumayusi once again. T1 one up in the trade.
It's a disaster for Gen.G. The fact that you end up losing Cloud9 that I get to cast with you, so that'll do.
Thanks. You're a sweetheart. Why haven't they put us on broadcast together before? As Owner's coming in once again. Pays trying to do what he can, but he gets pushed back into the open arms of T1, and once again, he will go down. Gumayusi gets his second.
Yeah, Pays in the clouds as well. And
make his way towards the bottom side river, and Owner is taking this first dragon. Very happy Poppy so far here.
Very nicely done by Faker there. Doesn't even have to invest anything, and Chovy's ult will be down, means that there's no opportunity for contest here. Maybe if they get any, they can try and get something going. Not going to be the case now. And Owner has already had such an incredible impact on the map. Picks up a dragon now as well. Is that too successful?
More gold into the pockets of T1. But Doran starting off this Rift Herald, and it's a tale of 2 sides of the map here, gentlemen, because the Gwen is going to be a big problem for T1, but this bottom lane is already a big problem for Gen.G.
Oh, Owner.
He's coming in. Of course, Doran doesn't have Smite available. Peanut is making his way over, though, as Doran just going to try and turn it onto Owner here. 2 versus 2 for now, but Faker's moving up. Chovy following him forward. Small 2v3 here as Doran's getting taken down so low. No miss to put down, no options, and Owner is going to take him out. They'll take a Rift Herald as well, and T1 off to a great start.
He just accelerated him so far into the game. Owner is on the way, but you don't really have much support, so I don't think they can really dive here with Peanut in the vicinity as well.
Yeah, Delight just hitting level 6 now, so the quickness will be available. Peanut now fighting Owner. As he does get a heroic charge forward, Peanut going to have to walk away from this one, but it looks like no full commitment being
the LCK. This was basically what happened. T1 put an incredible amount of focus towards Pays.
Yeah, Faker moving very, very quickly towards this Gwen, who wanted to be immune, but she is most certainly not. And Faker is going to be able to pick that one up. Cool guys, don't look at it. But Gen.G has started off this dragon. T1, we're going to come through for the pincer as Faker is moving his way over as well. Pays looking for a flank angle on the Aphelios. An odd decision. We'll see how it does work out. Zeus in that front line trying to work things out. Doran puts down his miss now. T1 just patiently waiting that one out. But the quickness is huge onto 3. They try to get forward, but immediately Peanut is booped out of the fight. Doran's still at full health though. The Moonlight Vigil is going to get the flash out of Zeus. And Gen.G have pushed T1 away. Those health bars not looking very healthy, and the Super Mega Death Rocket goes wide.
You still have the TP to come in from Chovy, though. They can try and just rinse and repeat this. So Pays going to shove out mid. And Gen.G, really good call here to take the fight with those ultimates down for T1. They have to play a little bit more careful.
And even though the Rakan into Poppy is a matchup that obviously is going to feel very hard, this is the champion when even when Delight was still on Brion, he was feared. This was banned against him a lot of times because the angles and engages as he was a summoner a lot.
I think we're missing half of this graph. The MasterCard
no,
that's
correct.
Here. Oh, okay. There just isn't the other half.
No.
Never mind. So Gumayusi with a massive lead. Same to be said for Owner here as well, as they're looking to augment this with yet another Rift Herald T1 collecting Shelly and Shirley this game. See where she does go. Ebb and flow a lot in this game. Right now, it's aiming towards T1, but the ultra late game should be Gen.G favored with the fact that this Gwen in a side lane is going to be so difficult to deal with. Gen.G looking for an opportunity now. Teleport to the back of the pit here as the Poppycopter is getting channeled. It's going to miss though, and this is going to be an honest 5v5. Stolen away by Peanut. They collect the first Mountain Drake. Moonlight Vigil does connect. Chovy looking for an opportunity, but already Peanut's being taken down. The Devour utilized perfectly. Guma grabs another kill for himself. Yeah, and Infinity Edge is now done as, okay, Chovy could be in trouble. Does have to flash away from the train, but there are a lot of different problems for him to deal with. He gets knocked up, smacked into the wall, and Faker is going to be out of his team. 4 versus 5, the Baron now an option. Started up here for T1. 22 minutes, a little bit late for a T1 Baron, but they'll take it as Peanut is still there. They're going to look for a turn, as Chovy has teleport available. 10 seconds on him coming back into this fight. T1, they know it. They want to try and get this turn soon, but the knock up on Zeus, he's taking so much damage here from Gen.G, but it's a phenomenal ult from Ona, and they will secure the Baron. This guy's Poppy has been absurd this game.
And even when Gen.G is looking for trying out a different build here, able to more reliably get to some of those backline targets. And T1 with this play, shoving in bot side, getting the teleport from Gen.G, and then also setting up for a very free dragon. Neither team really too close. We've actually been trading these very, very evenly. As that ultimate comes through from Owner, there's just nothing you can do.
Nope. No chance.
And 2v5s?
I don't like their chances so much. I have a feeling that might be a little bit in favor. He's going to connect there onto Zeus, but he walks the wrong way. We're going to get a knock up onto Ona, who does have the steadfast presence available. Immediate teleport in response, though, as T1 looking to try and lock down Doran and Delight here. The mist comes through, but Faker is not going to be deterred by that one. He tries to dash his way out, but he gets stunned into the wall. Super Mega Death Rocket's going to pick up the kill. Gumayusi grabs yet another one as Pays. He's trying to walk this one out. Does have to use the Gale Force, but that will be enough to get him to safety. As Gen.G with just 2 men to try and defend, and they may just lose an inhibitor turret off that.
Or Peanut, making sure to use a Poppy ultimate to guarantee a favorite fight.
And I think T1, as you can see here, have actually been doing a really good job at, like, when it comes to setting up to objectives. Like, that was the thing I was kind of talking about earlier, was like Gen.G had been so good.
From what we're seeing. So wanting to get some vision onto the Baron, and they find out that T1 have just lied in wait for a moment, but they'll start it up now. Delight moving in, Carrier just trying to be that brick wall as T1 ready for the turn at a moment's notice. The Baron down to 50%. Gen.G on the clock for this one. Flame Chompers come forward. Delight has already pre-popped the ultimate, and the Baron is just going to get melted. Peanut taken down extremely low already. It's a fantastic Cyclone as they get knocked into the wall. Zeus going down extremely low. Chovy trying to get some work done. Not quite enough being found there with the ultimate from Ona, but still, look at Gumayusi. He's just a raid bot.
T1 get everything that they wanted.
Maybe no hope to hold on to the base as well. T1 stepping up with Baron now as Gen.G. They're trying to get themselves back in position, but this inhibitor is gone.
Feeling a little bit like checkmate here, as quickly as you possibly can. But Ona is looking for that opportunity, and it's very difficult to immune the Poppy. The Buckler does come forward. He's just trying to buy that time. There's a heroic charge. Great knock up there. And the mist is going to come through, but Doran is not going to get taken down just yet. Decent charm going to come forward, and there's the lifesteal working out here for the Gwen. Pays now very, very close to danger. He does have to use the cleanse, but it will be enough to save him from the first onslaught. Great charm there from Chovy defensively, but Pays is still in danger. Peanut trying to help him out as Tibbers is going to move back. Needs to lick his wounds just a little bit as Peanut down excruciatingly low. And Gen.G, yeah, they don't lose anyone, but they will lose the majority of their base.
I mean, that's the top lane tower now gone. Inhibitor follow, and with minions streaming in, T1 are so strong. Gumayusi, he's just taking pop shots.
Yeah, no, it is so dangerous. This Storm Razor Jinx doing so much work here as they dive forward. Ona is exceptionally low. He does eventually go down, but it's in trade for the Rakan so far. They're looking for another one. Faker getting taken down low. Pays still alive, still at full health as Zeus going to be his first target. The Devour does come forward. Pays, is he going to look for it? Is he going to look for the ultimate heal? No, he's not going to spot Gen.G as they try and go for this little steal. Mountain Soul, devastating for Gen.G if it does come forward. Doran gets over the wall, puts down the mist as Ona jumps inside with him. Gen.G gonna have to look for a way to try and start this fight now, but immediately Chovy is going to get rocketed out of this fight. Speaking of rockets, that one's going to go wide, but T1 have gotten their health bars low enough, as it is going to be the Mountain Soul secured. Peanut is going to get taken down a little bit late on the steal attempt. And now Battle Dance is going to get Delight to relative safety, but I don't know how safe they are, as the grand exit here going to be utilized by the Rakan. But Pays, that's the wrong direction. They may have juked them for the moment as they look for the backs, but yeah, not going to get fooled by that one. But still, Owner is going to take a lot of damage and just goes down. Okay, they can just look for it one more time.
Back.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and get back, because instead, T1 are just going to look to win the game. The old owner for Nexus trade going to work out here as Pays going to get yet another kill. They're going to start the back yet again. Gumiushi, you need to hit this Nexus, as they are going to spawn relatively soon, but no, he was under no real pressure. He just needs to turn and get the last few autos, and T1 will take game one.
An incredible start in game one for T1.
It's just another hook that he's going to throw down on that bottom side, and it will be Blitzcrank alongside the Aphelios here for T1's bottom lane.
It does make things a little bit weird for Owner, though, because he will be the sole person trying to dive in onto the Jinx, not having much of the support. Like, yeah, he'll get an anti-shield, all good, but not exactly the best setup to go alongside this Nocturne. So I think, especially when you look towards the fact that you got Chovy, who's going to be massive in these late game fights, same with the Jinx. If you actually get to the later portion of the game, it feels like you've got a lot of tools here on Gen.G to dictate these fights.
And this is also Gen.G clearly saying, we had Alistair before, you know, maybe we can bring it back somewhere down the line. But this is Gen.G to me also saying, okay, that game number one didn't work out. We're going to go back to what works. Mid to late game team fighting, a lot of scaling, and most notably, the range advantage this time.
So,
oh my god.
This has turned from a defensive play to an offensive play as Doran, yeah, we get confirmation that he's still sitting there in the brush. Carrier also one up. He could just throw out a rock grab into the brush if he would like to, as there's the flash body slam. Gumiushi immediately knocked up, but just presses the ghost button. The hook is going to be used in response. And yeah, they managed to get a ghost, but that is all they're going to be to pick up minions here in this mid lane. See how this Aurelion Soul is going to do for him as Carrier moving into the river. Owner coming down now as well. 3 versus 4, but Chovy is moving in. A bit of a split here on the Gen.G side as Faker versus Chovy is going Faker's way. Carrier taking a lot of damage. Grey health now there for Delight as well, as Carrier is going to get taken down. And first blood goes to the Jinx. The flash Abyssal Void. To check as, okay, Chovy taking a lot of damage here, as he does just do a bit of a drive-by breathe on
in the driver's seat, or maybe try and make a play when Gen.G tries to contest. I was going to say the Dragon. That's clearly not happening, although maybe a follow-up fight.
Yeah, that's the flash forward here from Peanut. Owner. Fantastic spell shield as the hook does come forward, but I don't know whether Carrier really wanted it. As he gets interrupted, the Chompers were set up. And Owner now very, very low on health, but without a flash, still they should be able to collect the second neutral objective for themselves in a row, as Doran on this bottom side wanting to trade for plates.
And this is the only upside, I think. Gen.G, Pays needs to catch the wave on top. And even though they can't contest the Herald, Doran is really far behind. And him being able to pick up a plate, pick up a couple of waves, I think actually kind of gets him back into the game, because he was getting snowed.
He's going to get interrupted, and immediately the paranoia comes down. The fear is going to come through, but another hook is going to land, and Gumiushi grabs that kill for himself. Now Pays just has to look on as the corpse of the Tahm Kench is going to remain. So teleport to come through here, but Faker is in position. Pays running for the hills, but there's nothing he can do. The bear is going to be enough, and it's a solo kill for Faker. Now Chovy, he's going to throw down the stars, but I don't think it's going to be enough to keep him alive, and T1 just destroy Gen.G in the top lane.
Wait a
Peanut, can he find some resets here as this Viego, as they do manage to get one execution on defense. Yeah, but he was the Chemtech one, I was the windy one. As all right, Doran looking for an opportunity here. There's another body slam flash as Faker is going to use the cast to taxi his way out. Paranoia comes in yet again as the stars do once again descend. Faker goes golden, but I have a feeling he's still going to go down, and that is Peanut getting yet another kill. Delight going to go down in response, though, as it's a 1-for-1. Chovy is flying towards them. The breath is going to come through onto the Scion, but he's still
back away, and Gen.G get the Dragon.
T1, you don't have the pyramids, okay? You need to go for the proper channels, and now Gen.G trying to start the Dragon, but are getting contested.
Yeah, Gumiushi under 50% health right now without any summoner spells. That's why he's hanging so far back. as Doran also relatively low, and they slink in, and it's just going to be...
There is Guma actually flashing, and Peanut is able to get the kill. You're in deep trouble. Zeus.
All right, Dragon breathing on him for a moment as Doran gets in there with the body slam. There's a cast that's going to work out as Paranoia comes in. Can Ona actually save his top lane? The answer's no, but the rest of the T1 cavalry has now arrived. The skies are descending on top of them. Decent knockups are down as well, but the Scion... In fact, the Viego is going to fall. Looking to come on forward yet again as Peanut...
It's not the right type of dragon.
No.
Well, I mean, depends on what you're looking for. You know,
they definitely need a mid lane.
If you're talking mid lane team fights,
yeah,
or mid to late game, I'm saying.
Rocket grab is going to land, and immediately Delight is going to get taken down. Not enough great help. Close to going down. Delight now making his way back, but it's not going to be enough to get them into position around this Drake whatsoever. So that soul point that you were talking about, Earth, Wind, and Fire locked down here for T1. And now they're looking to augment that with an outer turret in this mid lane as well. A really big moment here for T1 in this game if they can lock that one down. Gen.G.
It does upset me that he's half my age and more secure in life than I am. But Carrier.
Well, the Abyssal Voyage is going to come through there as Carrier. We may have cursed him just a little. They get the Devour out, and Carrier didn't go down without a fight. But
the top side, and I think again, Peanuts?
Yeah, Peanut just looking for it. Does not find the stun there onto Faker as the Abyssal Dive does come through. Ona looks for that opportunity. It's a phenomenal ult from Chovy there as Faker is going to be the result of that. But now T1 members do outnumber them. The flash out, decent cask to come through from the grave. But Gumayushi is flashing on top of them. It's a double kill already. Make it a triple. And T1 will walk out the victors.
A crucial there is that Peanut could... Oh, Paige.
Flash forward there as Owner is not going to be able to secure him. And he will get to safety.
A crucial there is that a lot went down and Peanut couldn't start the resets. I think maybe because of the vision denial and Zay is standing on top, he was immediately channeling his decimating smash. So Peanut couldn't get close, couldn't get more kills going. And now, 21 minutes, T1 about to pick up the Baron.
Yep, yet another T1 Baron to come through here, their third for the series so far, as Zeus is going to dive forward towards Paze, gets a full channel on the Q, and Faker just mops it up. Whether Doran is going to survive. He's pretty tanky right now as Peanut as well, fighting against Ona, who's moving forward. Delight looks for the tongue lash, but Zeus is here as well. One after the other, T1 are bearing down on Gen.G. The Tibbers not going to find too much value, but still they're going to be able to get it. The hook's going to land once again, and Doran will fall down. T1 now looking for an inner turret off the back end, and this Red Bull Baron power play is only going to get higher and higher. Currently 4,000 gold, they're looking for more.
And T1 are angry. 23 minutes and they're already going to crack the base.
Another hook! Oh man, he's addicted to fishing. Chovy tries to find the ult, but nothing more is going to be found. The inhibitor will fall down, and T1, is this all you want to take from this, or is there more in the tank?
I think they can back off.
Before they've been able to scale, which is what we alluded to earlier on in this game. And now T1 on this mountain soul point, they will be able to just take down this, collect themselves a soul, and Gen.G haven't found a neutral objective all game. They haven't found a turret all game.
And it's something that, sure, domestically they don't necessarily prioritize dragons, but they are then able to trade.
Area? Man, this is the most exciting fishing I've ever watched. I'm not going to lie.
Well, Peanut is once again just trying to stop T1 from being able to take whatever they want, but so far it's been unsuccessful all game, and it is going area. As Peanut just throws a bear at him, and there's only so many times you can dodge it, Peanut. This was not one of them, and now it looks like this inhibitor turret's going to go down.
But if you're a Gen.G fan, that one feels very recognizable.
Oh dear, Faker flashing forward, finds a big old bear, and there is a Devour, but Delight's not going to be able to save his whole team. As Gumayushi grabs the first kill, Ona's going to grab another. It's a double here for the Aphelios, and I think game 2 is just done and dusted. T1 taking Gen.G down for the second time in a row in this series. They will find match point, and we'll see whether Gen.G has anything left.
Oh, he got him!
Anything else in the... Oh my goodness!
Sold
Another hook, and I think if we were going to do player of the game, which we don't do here at MSI, but I give it to Carrier for this one, as Peanut going to look for Zeus, but he's not going to find it there. Nexus goes down, and T1 move to match point. And they would really like to kill Faker and take this turret, but without Jinx, I don't know whether they can.
That might be a bit of a problem. Could that be a bit of a problem for these future fights? Because now Faker's like, oh, I can actually just kill Paze if I flash forward, and they don't have anything that can really deal with me.
They did manage to get the turret, though, so I was wrong there.
Well, Faker still has flash.
Yeah.
And FaZe doesn't.
Yeah.
And I want to highlight again, last game we saw the Rocket Bell. This time around, it's Ludens. He is just going all in, and meanwhile, on the cross map with Baron Bob.
And also, there's some hooks landing, things like this. They do try and, they do manage to kill the Kazakhs, but at the expense of their inhibitor turret and inhibitor, as Gumayusi is just going to destroy that one. Doran and FaZe just have to watch as all of their stuff gets broken in their house.
It does say a lot with Gumayusi. Oh, hang on.
All right, well, he's walking up to 3 people here. Flame Chamberlain goes down. Doran is going to die first. Now he's flashing forward. The Crescendum almost kills FaZe, but FaZe is able to get the shutdown, the double onto the bottom lane of T1. But is it again going to be the target? There's the Hex Flash. Misses the play, though, as Delight still going to be able to get a lot of damage, but the Zhonya's is going to keep Faker alive for so long. Turret falls on the top side as Faker. He stays alive. Peanut also going to be able to stay up as well and walks out, limps out after that one. Carrier going to get zapped, though. That's so much damage. It's a corridor and an equalizer. Fantastic for this one, but Gumayusi is so strong, and Doran does nothing. It's a double kill, a triple, a quadra for Gumayusi.
Doesn't quite finish off the Penta, but Guma was so strong in that fight, and now the TP from Zeus, they want to end it here.
Gen.G thought they saw a moment of weakness, and they were right, but it wasn't T1 that was weak.
Oh, it was not enough at all. Ownership's going to die to a turret, and Chovy is going to sit on the base. There are minions that are winning the game in the meantime.
But it can't end.
Well, I mean, the minions might be able to, but Zeus definitely isn't, as Chovy once again going to try and go for the
way to get back to the rest of the fight quickly, and Gen.G, they're going to start up the Baron.
Well, we'll see whether T1 can actually go for a contest. Owner is going to be there and will be able to get around. Can he win this? As the equalizer doesn't exactly get a lot of value, it is going to be secured by Peanut. Owner gets himself out of the pit, though. Peanut looking for the engage angle as they dive once again on top of Gumayusi, but he presses his stopwatch. Delight getting taken down so low, but the ability is going to be dead, and now it's FaZe's turn to pop off in the team fight. Faker gets taken down, and T1 are routed. Gen.G may have found their way back in.
All they need to do is make sure the minions, still
might win the game.
But there's no teleport except on Faker, who's still dead for 40 seconds. And Gen.G, they want to extend it. They're going to keep on going.
They want to just win the game here and now. Okay, well, the front door is open. They are going to be able to take down this inhibitor turret. And
that's going to be it.
They are going to be defended. Okay, so Zeus, can you do something heroic is the question. Carrier needs to be there as well. He dives forward, gets the polymorph onto FaZe, but it's not going to be enough to keep them in this one. Second Nexus turret going to be taken down, and Gen.G will keep themselves alive in the series.
How the hell did Gen.G win that? So, Ox was actually talking about this backstage, how good the bug fix was for the Ornn. He was actually filling me in on it. So the fact that you used to have a stun and a knockup that was coded into the Ornn, and it meant that if you got Merc Threads or you had Tenacity, you'd actually not bounce as high as you were supposed to. But now, with the bug fix, Ornn is actually incredibly strong because you no longer get the Tenacity working on a lot of these knockups, so you actually end up CC'd for incredibly long, and you're seeing his win rate bump up from about a 50% win rate to a 53% win rate just off of that bug fix alone. So massive, massive win, and shout out to Ox and also Goldberg, who were talking about it backstage.
Well, also, Zeus is pretty good at this champion, gives them a lot of late game power, and like, the thing is, now Gumayusi's ceiling is like an extra 1,000 gold worth of items on top of all of the other turret for now. A lot of pressure being put down as the Demolish proc comes through from the Ahri, but Circle of Frost is going to come down. And there's a Nimbus Strike, fantastic charm to deny Peanut. Now the Blast Cone is in position, and the flash on over, but still going to get juked a little bit by that one. Foxfire is flying out as Doran looking to rout him. He just flashes on over. All right, well, Doran's flash is down, and Faker is still dead. Going to be able to take that first blood is Peanut. Meanwhile, it is going to be the Drake taken by T1. I will pack it next time, sorry.
Well, I kind of counted on that.
Yeah.
You got my back?
I got it.
Oh, okay.
Did you bring one?
Yeah, I got a spare one.
Oh,
nice.
All right, well,
good to hear.
Well, we'll definitely dissect the play coming up. Thanks to Dagda, is now Peanut going to have to use his Warrior Trickster, not going to full Faker, but he's still going to get snared. Owner flashing forward, Spell Shield doesn't get a whole lot of value, but the Fear certainly will, as Peanut is going to get taken down. Now 2 versus 1 is Chovy wanting to take down Owner. He grabs that kill, and now another Circle of Frost comes in. The Thrall not going to be able to find Faker, but he does have to.
Yeah, so, I mean, Yeah, just immediately gets the ultimate, gets the knock-up, gets the follow-up. Like, really nice job from Zace. And you kind of see there, like, you just...
And the bellows breath as well.
Exactly what you need for Gen.G to try and start that road towards the reverse sweep. T1, though, responding well, immediately moving up towards this top side. Zace doesn't have the ult, so Doran just kind of being a bit of nuisance here.
Yeah, Peanut just trying to hold Carrier at bay, but it looks like this Rift Herald is going to be foregone by Gen.G. Doran moving back towards this top side. Not going to try and go for any sort of too aggressive. So, Gen.G will be able to get both blue buffs. I'll see whether that can actually help them begin this reverse sweep option, because they do have a slight gold lead, and in the early game, they haven't really had many gold leads as they dive on top of Faker once again. Frozen Tomb comes on down, and Faker flashes. He does have the ult. He's staying alive, and Faker does not die.
He does have the Unsub Spellbook, so at the very least, he will be able to swap it out later on.
Yeah, decent advantage for Gen.G though, because Faker is still out of lane, right? Was at 0 health, as once again they're going for another one. Great quickness to keep Carrier there for even longer, and Pays is going to be gifted a kill. I'm so sorry.
Whoa.
As Kask is going to come down here towards this top side. Can Zeus do it again? Doran right now with a decent health lead as he gets back. Puts him in way of the Super Mega Death Rocket. Pays says thanks for the setup.
So, what I want to highlight is that, yes, Gen.G won that last game through a series of unfortunate events, right? Like, some shenanigans happened, they got the win. But in it, that doesn't matter. You're still given another chance to fight. And right now, in this early game, they are looking way better for a back anyway, and it gets taken down.
Peanut looking for Faker. Zeus in position as the claw comes forward. There's the Frozen Tomb. Zeus, I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time as he was in turret range, and Faker is going to go down yet again. Gen.G, 6 kills in 12 minutes.
This time he is willing to use the Cyclone, and this time they get the kill. Really nice pick onto Faker, and again, I want to see... Oh, hang on.
All right, Paranoia is going to come forward, gets the flash out, but immediately Owner is going to join him. The fear is going to come through. Monkey possibly a little overextended. Zeus is going to get another one, but there's the body slam flash as Owner's down incredibly low. Doran trying to get on there. Chovy doing it as well, as now Gumayusi is fighting Delight and Pace. Chovy grabs the kill over on the other side. It's difficult to look at these two screens at once.
Done your stats research. When Pays is ahead, is hold up Doran.
Yeah, Doran in a little bit of trouble here. Gumayusi and Carrier are going to move on forward. The Cask is going to be used, but only on to the Nocturne, and so Doran just knows that he's real dead. He's going to try and clear up some of this minion wave before he goes.
Finding Doran is overextended in the bot lane. Still though, Gen.G now, they have control on top, so could actually try and take this Rift Child and immediately plunk it down in the mid lane if they want to.
But I do have to say, if Doran...
Before we were talking about this Dragon fight, Doran though, still going to be up here trying to see if he can clear the waves. You have to be careful, the ultimate is up.
Yeah, Paranoia is going to come forward, but Owner is just going to get dove on. He's in the bouncy castle now, and he's going to be taken down. They took the mid turret as well as Faker tries to get that team. Gen.G moving up, looking for that opportunity as they find the grand entrance once again. The claw comes forward. Zeus looks for the knock-up with the ram, and Delight is going to be his target, but he's not the priority. And the Zeus is going to fall down. Pays collects that kill, and now Gumayusi Carrier on the run. Faker has to...
So happily given to them.
And we've seen this issue with T1 before, where if they have early game control, they look almost unstoppable. But if they fall behind early, and you're able to preemptively try and catch them in rotations as they try and trade back, something that they love to do, is Pays or Chovy or Peanut also die. But in this game, this is Gen.G's wheelhouse. Doran dying, that's been happening all year. They don't care about that. Crucially, the people that you want to be fed, Pays and Chovy, are in a great spot in the game at the moment. 3.5 gold lead here for Gen.G.
Chovy sitting on that Mega Blast Cone will deliver him into T1. Faker's going to be the one that's locked down. Super Mega Death Rocket secures it. Pays gets excited.
Right, so if they know that Peanut isn't close and they press the Ornorn and the Nocturne ultimate, isn't a whole lot that you can do as Gen.G. But now T1, they don't need to really contest this. It's only a second Drake, so...
Great though, had it been in range. As Gen.G in position. Zeus moving forward. He is not the optimal engage target. Once again, Delight moving real fast. There's the Ornhorn. Paranoia comes down as well as T1. They're looking for the team fight. It's a 5v5. Moonlight Vigil just massive from Gumayusi, but he's now in the bouncy castle and he's just destroyed. It's Doran that collects that one. Owner's going to go down as well, and Gen.G are just wiping the floor with T1.
And you can't put a monetary value on that stopwatch from Pace. Gen.G was ready. They knew the engage was coming. All they needed was to wait it out.
The fact that Pays does manage to get away with just the Gale Force. He doesn't even have to flash. Able to get away from that is huge. Now Gen.G will take the Baron. It's about 2 minutes delay, but still, they'll be very happy. And
Baron, Red Bull Baron power play cresting that 2,000 gold mark after this inner turret goes down.
And I want to highlight as well the damage that Chovy and Peanut did in that fight, right? Like, even with Pace as fat as he is, he was more of bait, maybe this time around as well.
Yeah, let's go for it one more time as, oh my goodness, the damage onto that Nocturne, but they get into the backline and they manage to take down the Jinx. Delight also taking so much as Faker is going to clean that one up, and now Gumayusi is still alive at full health as Gen.G are looking now desperately trying to escape, and that Baron power play I was talking about, it's not going to crest the 2,000 gold mark. Doran is going to get taken out. They're trying to just stop this fight as Chovy with the claw will create enough distance, but I don't know whether they're escaping this one. Another charm from Faker, and Doran will be taken down from that. And T1, look,
Red Bull Baron power play is next to nothing now as T1 will get the Dragon for themselves as well, get some of those objectives right there. T1 now getting sieged underneath their own turret though. Good charm.
Yeah, Delight going to take a little bit of damage in response. I said a little, I meant a lot. Moonshot doing a whole bunch of work there as Zayas going to have to flash out, but now the Ornhorn comes in. Moonlight Vigil doesn't do anything though. And T1 not going to be able to find the engage they were looking for, but there is still Doran relatively out of position. He's pretty tanky, gets speared up, doesn't have flash though, does have body slam, and now looks to try and escape. Faker now gets into position as they dive on forward. They look for Gumayusi and they manage to take down the Aphelios. Now Pace dodging everything.
Oh,
and Gen.G just destroy them. That is going to be game 5.
That's a clean ace!
This series is too much, boys!
Are you still jet lagged? I think I'm wide awake at this stage, man.
That one certainly woke me up. I've had a fair bit of coffee, but nothing is like this. We're going to Silver Scrapes, thanks to Gen.G.
Now taking that away, we will see Doran go back to another late game scaling carry, but definitely something that hasn't been as strong. So good thing that Delight does have this Alistair, because he's going to be so crucial for setting up these fights for Gen.G.
Still swapping, still swapping, still swapping. We'll see where it does land. It looks like it's going to be the Rumble on the top side. Owner in the jungle there on the Gragas. And Faker's Cassante in that mid lane. We kind of expected the Cassante to be used mid. We'll see how Chovy is going to be able to deal with it. Faker with... Okay, never mind. Okay, so it will be the Rumble in the jungle. I hope that he picks the skin. He needs the Rumble in the jungle skin in order to play jungle. He does more damage to jungle camps with the Rumble in the jungle skin. That's not actually true, but I like to think that it is.
And I want to highlight as well that obviously you want to wait till for T1. The amount of hard engagement they have and ability to punish small individual mistakes is really big. This time around though, no ability for Gen.G to contest.
And that's why I like that T1 are trying to set these dragons up, starting to imagine move up towards this Brave Tower as well. They're the ones that just want to make sure that they can actually keep the pace of this game up, play off the 2 item spike that they're going to hit with like the Rumble and also Gumayusi as well, and just make
of the game, because being risk averse in a game number 5 is something you'd expect, but Pace going to get knocked up. There is a very offensive Featherstorm as now Owner comes in. Pace is walking it out. Delight not going to be so lucky. Steak on the menu here, and it's going to be barbecued by the Rumble.
Down, you know that was...
All right, we're going real aggressive here as they get the knock up. Bouncy Castle in position, and Owner going to be tidied up.
Will have the ultimate for Guma, means he can't really do too much. And
all right, well, that is a heroic charge. Faker in a bit of trouble here, but does manage to mitigate some of that CC. Goes all out onto Peanut, now just trying to fight the Poppy. Chovy, though, is going to make his way through. Faker's still alive for the moment.
Side of the map looking for a back right now. And looks like they don't want to take the risk of trying to fight for the Drake early here.
I was about to say, I'm curious to see what Chovy does, because you can push in mid, which he's just done, and lean to the top side, potentially look for a dive at Peanut, but Peanut gone for the reset as well. Looks like Gen.G don't want to cross map at all. They're just going to say, look, we're going to take this slow, make sure that we're trying to match.
Sounds like it started raining in here, and I actually kind of love that, because we've got an Ocean Soul. Thank you so much, London, for that one. As now
Atmospheric.
That's the Shirley being started here, down to 4,000 health as Gen.G are looking for the team fight. Good knock up onto Carrier, but he gets himself out. Phenomenal equalizer, right in the right position. Carrier has to get out of there, though. He's very, very low. The feathers get pulled back, but no joy is almost there from Doran, and it's going to be Chovy that finishes that one off. Collects another kill, doesn't get the charm. as T1 now just trying to get them.
Actually, FaZe is still zoned away from the fight as Doran.
Yeah, Doran could be in a little bit of trouble here. His own is going to move up, lands the harpoons, and Doran not as immune as he wants to be. Just going to clop his way out of there as now Faker in a little bit of trouble. Peanut trying to keep him in position, goes all out. We've seen this one before. We'll see whether Faker can once again survive it as Chovy is looking to say no as he gets over the wall. The charm still connects, and Chovy's going to collect it with the Foxfire.
Just about able to finish that one off. Faker, not surprised to see Peanut rock up, but now Rift out on the mid will get one charge.
The classic Faker. It's Faker for turret.
That's a lot invested though, and they're going to get a first break and a subsequent charge.
Yeah. There is the ultimate to come through from Peanut as they...
You can kind of see Doran doesn't have control, so Gen.G now trying to bring it back, but at least FaZe isolated. You got to take a step back and make sure the AD carry's coming with you.
You got to be really careful. You can't fight in these corridors. If you get comboed with feathers and an equalizer, it's unplayable, and it looks like Gen.G have been slowed down too much, unable to make their way over to the Dragon.
Yep, not going to be able to get in there. Too much control, and T1 will get themselves Soul Point. So Ocean Soul, in 5 minutes' time, is going to be the fight that they're looking for. Speaking of fights, Chovy looking for an opportunity. They managed to get the Featherstorm, actually a big... speaking of which, we do have a Dragon coming up. This is, of course, Ocean Soul for T1 if they can lock that one down. Gen.G desperate to deny that one.
Look as well, all cooldowns are up. Flashes across the board.
You don't say.
Ghost available.
As T1 looking for the trade. We're just going to trade it. Gen.G, of course, denying Soul, fantastic. But getting one Ocean Drake, not going to mean that much. This is the power of Soul Point. As T1 has started this one off, they can back away from it at a moment's notice. At Faker diving forward, doesn't find Chovy there. Everfrost is good. Equalizer, even better. But Doran, he's immune, guys. And now
it's very hard for Gen.G to move across.
Delight gets the flash headbutt. They find the backline as Gumushi already has used the Featherstorm. Doran down incredibly low. Stays alive for so long, but it's not going to be enough. Another couple of kills to come through for the Rumble, and T1 come alive at 25 minutes.
And it starts off with the engage, but it is not enough. Guma stays alive nonetheless. FaZe is swept out of the team fight by Faker, and without that damage, T1 is going to break open the base.
And it was so even for so long, and now T1 are just crushing through the base of Gen.G. What can one cow do? He needs to buy 10 seconds of time, but it's not going to happen. And at 26 minutes, almost on the dot, T1 will take the Nexus and win a Game 5 for the first time in so long, and they will remain in the upper bracket here at MSI.
Game 5 in international